Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. The Russians launched a massive drone and missile attack on Ukraine last night, and they attacked multiple oblasts, multiple positions. I have two articles here, both of them coming from the Ukrainians, not from the Russians, and they will inform us what happened. I also have a map, so let's get started here. First article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. It is from Saturday, November 11th, 2023. 3 injured as Russia probably launches massive Armistice Day drone and missile attack across Ukraine. Now, in a new law, Russia marked Armistice Day with a massive combined Russian drone and missile attack on Ukraine, with Ukraine neutralizing 19 of 31 Shahed drones. Ukraine Air Defense reported on Telegram. The drones were aimed primarily at the frontline areas, with air defense systems activated in Odesa, Dnipropetrovsk, Kharkiv, Poltava, Sumy, Korovohrad, and Kiev Oblast. So let's look over the map, kind of like where these guys are. So Kiev is right here, and then you got Sumy right here, and then Kharkiv right here. Dnipropetrovsk, I'm guessing that's what it is, and Odesa in the south. So it's kind of like all this, not further than Kiev, so it's just half. This is so far. So let's go back to the article and see what else these guys have to say. 3 people were injured, including a 96-year-old woman. Well, I would like to ask the Russians if that's accurate or not. Because when the Palestinians claim something in Gaza, they say, wait, what are the Israelis saying? And if the Israelis don't confirm, then it's all over. And of course, they will not confirm. And if they confirm, it's because of Hamas using civilians as human shield. Remember, this is I say, you say, my word against your word. So here should be the same, policy, right? We should apply the same rule, but we don't. Sorry for the 96-year-old woman who was hospitalized in a missile attack on port infrastructure and housing co-op in Odesa Oblast, the regional blah blah blah. The missile strike was followed by kamikaze drone strikes on several abandoned buildings. The drones were launched from the southeastern direction of Primorsko-Akhtarsk, Krasnodar Krai, Russia, and Cape Chauda in temporary occupied Crimea. So I know they launched usually from this area right here. This is where they start, and Krasnodar Krai, and I have Krasnodar here. So from this area, far away from the front, obviously they launched their missiles, and I guess these are the drones. So let's see what else. They tell us what kind of missiles were used. 3 different missiles were used. 1 Kh-31 air-to-surface from the Black Sea. So that was from a cruise carrier. 1 P-800 Onyx anti-ship missile from occupied Crimea. Now these are the hardest to defend because according to Ukrainians, they fly very low. About, if I remember, about 10 meters high, 15 meter high. 1 S-300 anti-aircraft guided missile from Russia's Belgorod Oblast. Belgorod Oblast is somewhere in the northeast of Ukraine, right? Well, Belgorod, right here. So from here, they so launched that S-300, S-400, was it? S-300, from this area here, Belgorod. 5 Russian Shahed kamikaze drones and 1 Kh-59 cruise missile were shot down overnight in Ukraine, Dnipropetrovsk, Kharkiv, Mykolaiv, Poltava, and Kiev Oblast. So Kharkiv, Dnipropetrovsk, Mykolaiv. So Mykolaiv is right here. The Russians call it Nikolaev. Odesa, Dnipropetrovsk, Kharkiv is right here, the area. And then you got Kiev and Poltava. And it says the Ukrainian Air Force reported on Telegram in Cherkasy Oblast, drone debris fell in a residential area, causing damage to several buildings. No military personnel. Correct? Correct. The other article comes from Ukrinform. It's called MENA, comes via MENA FN. So it's the same right here. Ukrinform. Ukraine downs Kh-59 missile, singular, 19 kamikaze drones, General Staff reports. The Russian invasion forces launched an attack on Ukraine using Shahed 136/131 one-way attack drones and various types of missiles. Ukraine intercepted a Kh-59 missile and 19 drones. And according to these guys, the Russian Federation once again attacked Ukraine. They tell us 2 Kh-59 guided air missiles, 1 Onyx anti-ship missile, an S-300 anti-aircraft guided missile, a Kh-31 guided missile, and 31 Shahed attack drones. Our air defense forces destroyed a Kh-59 missile and 19 attack UAVs, the report said. Air defense forces engaged ballistic target near Kiev Saturday morning later. The Air Forces specified the attack lasted from 7 p.m. on November 10 to 3 a.m. on November 11th. The Russians launched 31 attack drones, and now from 3 directions now. And then a Kh-31 guided missiles from the Black Sea, only 1 missile. The Onyx anti-ship missile from the occupied Crimea, and an S-300 surface-to-air missile, S-300 from Belgorod, as they said. Fighter jets, air defense missiles units, and mobile fire ground groups were involved in repelling the strike. The Russian invaders launched. This is playing games with me here. Most of the one-way attack UAVs at the frontline areas. So again, the same thing. And then Kiev military administration said the air defense forces destroyed all kamikaze drones Russia has launched at Kiev last night. Interesting enough, I would like you to tell me, where is Klitschko? Where is the mayor of Kiev? I haven't heard from here or about him for some time. And maybe we'll hear right now, whenever they mention Kiev, whenever. Sometime before, more than now, they used to tell us about Klitschko. Now it seems like Klitschko is put to the side because he challenges Zelensky's, how do you call it, popularity, as it seems like General Zaluzny, the same way. It's a popularity contest, so don't be too popular, and media will not promote you, but sometimes they have to mention your name, and it seems like they are overshadowing the great leader Zelensky. So I don't know why these guys, maybe you know, the Russians tend to launch their missiles on weekends. From my experience with their times and dates, I think I would say maybe 90%, maybe 85% of the time they launch it on Friday or Saturday night, sometimes Sunday morning. I don't know, they figure out that Ukrainian military goes home or something, spends the weekend. I don't think they roll like that. But hey, here it is, 31 Shahed drones, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.